Hello everyone, this is Vinay, and I'm going to be talking about Google's self-driving cars. We all know that Google is trying to build a car which can drive from point A to point B without any human intervention. I'll be further elaborating what technology Google's been using and what are the basic fundamentals and the thinking process behind it. So there are two important points which Google wants to achieve at the end of this. That is navigating city streets, sense objects like pedestrians, cyclists, vehicles, etc. Google uses machine learning, parallel calculation, neural networks, 3D radar, and Google Maps as a whole combination for this project. Google has been working on this project since 2009 and the car still crashes. So to sum up, what is the Google self-driving car? It is basically an invisible chauffeur for a human being going from point A to point B. Moving on, how does the car drive? Point number one, where am I? Setting up a start and an end location for your test for your trip. The second one is what's around me. So what does the Google car do? Is it creates a 3D map of its surrounding. It will map each and every person crossing the street, the cycles going by, and the trees and the cars around you. What will happen next? It will anticipate the movement of all these objects that it has mapped in its 3D world using the LiDAR technology. What should I do? The next thing that the car has to determine is once it starts moving, what should it do next? When it reaches a square, should it turn left or it should turn right? When there is a signal, whether it's red or green, it has to follow that. Google uses the following combination of technologies. It uses LiDAR, it uses Google Maps, it uses Monte Carlo search and Gaussian distribution to map the 3D world around it and to follow sequence as well as instructions provided by the algorithm. This is a setup of the self-driving car diagram. As we can see, the car has a radar on its head which will map out a 3D data of its surrounding. This data will be sent first to a calculating collision which will determine the distance, the speed and the time required for collision with an object in front. This data then will be searched for traffic lanes, traffic lights and all the probabilities for driving around. Traffic signs will be followed which will be updated from a database. And all this information after being eh, decided on will be sent to the motor, the steering wheels and the brakes which will follow whatever instructions have been sent to it in real time. So what is LiDAR? LiDAR is a remote sensing method that uses light in the form of pulse laser to measure ranges, that is variable distance, to the earth. It comprises of laser, a scanner, a photodetector and receive electronics, a position and navigation system. It examines both natural and man-made environments with accuracy, precision and flexibility. Some key points which have helped in deciding why to use LiDAR. The second most technology that comes close to a Google self-driving car is the latest Tesla Autopilot. How is it different than the Google car? First of all, mapping data. Tesla collects all the data from all Teslas running on the road and stores that data. Second, The car is not fully autonomous. The user can give inputs to the steering wheel while the car is going on. But the most important thing that the Teslas work together as a fleet, operating as a network. What one car learns while driving on the road, the others learn that too. So that, say, car A goes from point A to B, and then car 2 is going also from point A to B. The second car already knows the path, and it knows what distance it will have to cover and at what speed it should take a turn. Tesla uses NVIDIA's Drive PX, a high performance system for calculations. It consists of 12 sensors, a front facing camera, and a small radar system, all attached to the bottom of the car. What Tesla is doing with its data is creating a high precision mapping data, which is 4x times much more detailed than a normal Google map or any GPS system. So, these are some of the references which you can read, and also a excellent YouTube video at the end, which will give you a detailed view about how Tesla autopilot works. Thank you.